So the skinny bitches in the kitchen, we got salmon Rasta pasta on the menu, also known as like a Alfredo Cajun spice. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna start off this video with seasoning. We want to season our salmon, but not too much because we do not want our salmon to be salty. It can get very salty really quick, so just be very light hand on the seasonings. I'm just taking these 3 seasonings: garlic powder, fish seasoning, and obey. And as we know, obey is already heavy on the salt, so just like be really mindful of that. Now what I like to do, once I'm done seasoning my salmon, I'm gonna place this in the oven on 350 degrees, and I'm gonna bake this for 40 minutes. You don't have to bake it for so long, but I'm gonna bake it for 30 to 40 minutes. Because after, I'm gonna saute my salmon. While we are baking our salmon, let's get into our penne noodles. Now you can use whatever kind of spaghetti noodles, but I like to take penne noodles when I'm doing like a Rasta pasta kind of thing. Okay, and then I add a tablespoon of oil just to break up those noodles. When it's cooking, it doesn't stick together. So boom. Now what I am going to do, because our salmon is already ready, it's been 40 minutes now, so I'm just gonna pan fry it in the pan-sear it. We're gonna pan-sear it on a low medium heat, and I just sprinkled a little bit of olive oil just so that it won't stick to the pan, and I'm just gonna fry it up just a tiny bit on a low heat, like I said. Now for our sauce, to get into our sauce, your Rasta pasta should consist of peppers. When you think of Rasta pasta, peppers should come to mind. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm taking my green peppers, red peppers, and some onions as well. Now you can add a lot of peppers or you can add very little peppers. I just kind of like just enough. Now we are going to start on our sauce. So in a pan, we are going to melt a scoop of butter. Alfredo sauce is like so easy to make. When I say Rasta pasta, it's more like an Alfredo sauce mixed with little Cajun spices. So I like to take my heavy cream, and honestly, you can just add as much as you want. Just think of how many people you are feeding. Now we are going to mix the butter and the heavy cream together, bring it to a nice little boil, and now we're going to reduce the heat. And I'm going to put in some Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese. Now the Parmesan, once the cheese melts, it's gonna help the sauce become to thicken up, so it won't be as loose. You don't want your sauce to be loose at all. It's a sauce. We you want it to be nice, creamy, and a little bit thick. Now I'm gonna let my peppers and onions saute in this sauce for about 3 minutes before adding in my noodles. So like I said, you want it on a low heat so that it can thicken up. And once it got to a nice creamy texture that I like it at, I am going to mix it all in with love. Mix it with love. Now usually with this meal, I like to make like a side of garlic bread, but I didn't have any at the moment, so I couldn't. Now I'm just adding a few little spices on top. So I had Cajun seasoning, a dash of Old Bay, because sometimes that sauce can take away from the flavor once it's all mixed in together. So I'm just adding that back on top. And also to give it like a nice color. Now you can also make this with shrimp or chicken, whichever you like. But that is all for now. And guys, please like this video. Like it. If you watched it, like it. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.